She was hit by a man continuously in a moving train without no interaction. Irina Zarutska. A train ride that ended in murder. This was a true crime script. So, I'm telling this story in 9 steps so that you can understand easily. First, on an ordinary evening in America, a young woman boarded a train believing she was safe. She had escaped war, crossed borders, and survived uncertainty, only to face death in placement for everyday commuters. Her name was Irina Zarutska, and what was happened to her on that train would shock an entire nation. Who was Irina Zarutska? Irina Zarutska was a young Ukrainian woman who fled her homeland amid the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Like thousands of others, she came to United States hoping for safety, stability, and a future. Friends described her as kind-hearted, hardworking, and optimistic. She was trying to rebuild her life, like learning the culture, working, and adjusting to a new country. She has already survived something like many never will, like wars, but fate had something darker waiting. The night of the crime. On the evening of August 22, 2025, Irina Zarutska boarded the Lynx Blue Line train in Charlotte, North Carolina. Passengers described the ride as a quiet, nothing felt unusual. Security cameras later revealed a man on the same train watching, waiting. As the train slowed near East or West Brulad station, the unthinkable happened. Without warning, the man approached Irina from the behind and stabbed her many times. The attack was sudden, brutal, and witnessed by shocked commuters who screamed for help. The train immediately stopped. Emergency services were called, but Irina's injuries were severe. Despite efforts to save her, she died shortly after the attack. Cause of death and crime details. Authorities later confirmed that Irina suffered multiple stabbed wounds, including to vital areas. There was no evidence of robbery, no argument, no proper interaction. Police quickly ruled the attack unprovoked. This wasn't a crime of opportunity, it was a target act of violence. The suspect. The suspect was identified as Nicholas Brown Jr. He was arrested at the scenes, still inside the train station, before he could escape. Investigators later revealed disturbing details like the suspect had a history of violent behavior. He was already known to law enforcement. Mental health concerns was raised during early hearings. He was charged with 5th-degree murder, along with additional federal charges related to violence on public transportation. Prosecutors described the case as clear-cut, backed by surveillance footage, eyewitness testimony, the weapons recovered at the scene. Court proceeding and legal battle. The case moved quickly through the legal system due to overwhelming evidence. The court ordered physiological evaluations while prosecutor pushed for the maximum sentence. Federal authorities also stepped in, emphasizing the public transportation attack are treated as serious federal crimes. The case becomes more than just a murder trial, it becomes a symbol of public safety failure. Public reaction and outrage. Charlotte, Residents gathered near the station where Irina was killed. They took flowers, candles, and photos near the station. Many asked the same haunting question. The Ukrainian community held memorials calling Irina's death as a secondary tragedy for after war. Social media interrupted with grief and anger. Irina's law, a lasting impact. In response to public pressure, lawmakers introduced what became known as Irina's law. The law aimed to increase penalties for violent crimes on public transport, improve security and surveillance on trains, strengthen response protocols for emergencies. Though it could not bring Irina back, but her name became associated with change and accountability. Finally, the conclusion. Remembering Irina. Irina Zerutska escaped war seeking peace. Instead, she became a witness of senseless violence. Her story is a reminder that safety is never guaranteed and that justice often comes too late. But thought, remembrance, reform, and awareness, her life continues to matter. She was more than a victim, she was a survivor until the very end. So, what do you think about her? And the court has given correct judgment.
Here is the real footage of her.